North Hardin High School is the home of game number 2 of the 2021-22 regular season for the Grayson County Lady Cougars. The Lady Cougars were losers in their season opener against Breckinridge County, while North Hardin is set to open their season here tonight. These two teams met last year. It was the Lady Cougars who picked up the win. Tonight is a new team and a new season. And a good evening and welcome here to North Hardin High School and Radcliffe, Kentucky for tonight's coverage of Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. Sam Gormley with you here today. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in to our coverage, as this is the Locker Room Show. Coming up on our Locker Room Show, we're going to introduce you to both the Trojans of North Hardin and the Lady Cougars of Grayson County. And we're going to give you a conversation with the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Todd Johnston, and give you tonight's starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Wash your hands. When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back to North Hardin High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are getting ready to continue their regular season as they take on the Trojans of North Hardin, who are opening their regular season tonight. The Trojans, 4-14 last season. They lost to Elizabethtown in the 17th District Tournament. Head coach is Whitney Hooper. She is in her 6th season here at North Hardin High School with a record of 54-89. They return a lot of their team from last season, including the two guards, Peyton Isom and Ella Shearer, as two really, really good guards coming out of the backcourt for this North Hardin team. Isom, 14.4 points per game. Shearer, 8.84% of their shots last season. And their guards as a whole are going to shoot the three, 61.6% of their shots. Teams did meet Grayson County North Hardin at the Cougar Den, and it was Grayson County that picked up the 51-43 win. Lady Cougars were losers in their season opener against Breckinridge County. We'll introduce you to them coming up. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley with you as the Lady Cougars are getting ready to take on North Hardin here in an out-of-region matchup. Lady Cougars were losers in their first game of the season against Breckinridge County by a final score of 65-25. They were led by Sydney Perkins, who finished with a career-high 20 points in that game, and she has been playing extremely good basketball, leading the team in scoring points and the two scrimmages as well. So she's turning into a very, very good scorer, is the sophomore. Arissa Riggs, the leading returning scorer. She averaged 8.6 points per game. Only 3 points, though, in the loss to Breckinridge County last week. Reagan Cave and Bradley Renfro led the team on the glass. Renfro pulled down 7 rebounds, and Reagan Cave pulled down 6. Lady Cougars last season, 13-10 record, but they lost a lot. 66% of their scoring and 76% of their rebound from last year's team that snapped that district championship losing streak by winning in 2017. The last one was before that. The last championship before this past year was in 2017. Todd Johnston is the new head coach of the Lady Cougars, and we'll get his thoughts on the matchup coming up, as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Hey, boss. Okay?
I said I'm fine.
See you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
Choice. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by Sam Gormley, Lady Cougars head coach Todd Johnston. And Coach, you went back, watched some film from the Breck game. What'd you like?
Well, our effort, we played really hard. That's not a good game for us to open up with. We turned it over, as everybody knows, way too much. Obviously, we got to make more than 5 shots as well, but I liked our effort. We held our own on the boards. They out-rebounded us by 5 or 6. So if we can build on that and play with that same effort, rebound the basketball, obviously, no, you can't beat anybody doing that, but if we can get our shooting percentage up in the 40s and hold our own on the boards, even though we're going to be smaller against most teams, and then turnovers, obviously, is our number one issue right now, and keep that down, and we'll get better throughout the year.
You touched on the shooting percentage from that game, but when you look at shots taken, it was pretty much the same, both three-point and inside. I think it was 18 inside the arc, 19 outside the arc. Is that what you want to see offensively?
Well, that's our strength right now, believe it or not, is we do shoot the ball better from the three-point line. Our post scores are improving. We probably don't have anyone that I would say we're going to run a post-up play and throw it to them similar, with the boys. They do that for McCready. They do that for River, Hunter. We don't have that. So our points in the paint are not going to be post-ups. It's going to be off our curl cuts, backdoor cuts, but we still have to score inside. So when you don't have that dominant scorer inside and our best players are our guards, you're going to shoot a lot of threes. And as long as they're good shots, I'm okay with that.
One of the stark differences between your team between Tuesday night and tonight is that you're going to have your 8th graders on the bench tonight. It's kind of a two-part question when it comes to that. For one, what does that depth bring to your team? And 2, what does this varsity experience do for those 8th graders as they come and play, 4+ more years as a Lady Cougar?
Well, it's huge, and they're going to play against a very fast, athletic team. I'm not going to put too much or too many expectations on our 8th graders because they are 8th graders, but we've got some girls down there that can play, and throughout the year when they learn what we're trying to do, our terminology, our offense, our defense, I expect a couple of them to be playing significant minutes. Now, again, strength is always a factor with them, but they will contribute, and they're going to we'll get clocked tonight, so we'll see.
North Hardin's guards last season, 62% of their shots were from three-point range. How do you limit that tonight?
Well, we've spent a lot of time talking about it. They've got 3 very good guards, very good shooters. They're quick. And hopefully our defense tonight that we're going to try to utilize against them can take that away. We got to try to make them drivers, but at the same time we can't let them get in the paint. And we'll play a lot more man tonight than we did against Breck, which we didn't play any against Breck. And we're going to try a little junk tonight as well, and hopefully that can limit the three-point shot and see if we can't keep them out of the paint if they do penetrate.
How do you pick up a win tonight?
Well, we got to keep our turnovers to 15 or less, shoot 40%, hold our own on the boards, and I like our chances. And, I told the girls they should feel really good about tonight. We are going to play to win every single game, but Breck's probably too much for us right now, and I think if anybody saw the game, they would recognize that. And that's not a good opening game for us. But we can play with North Hardin. We can play with John Hardin tomorrow. So take care of the ball, make a few shots, rebound, and we'll be okay.
Coach, good luck. We'll have more here coming up in the locker room show after this.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life.
Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
On K105.
Welcome back here to the Locker Room Show on K105. Sam Gormley with you tonight. Let's give you tonight's starting lineups. First for the Trojans of North Hardin. Junior guard number 3, Desiree Bryant. Sophomore guard number 10, Jerica Johnson. Junior guard number 15, Ella Shearer. Sophomore guard number 20, Peyton Isom. And senior forward number 25, Jayana Lee. Once more, that's Lee, Isom, Shearer, Johnson, and Bryant. The Trojans are coached by Whitney Hooper. She's in her 6th season at North Hardin with a record of 54 and 89. And now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Lady Cougars. At guard, junior number 5, Arissa Riggs. At guard, sophomore number 10, Sydney Perkins. At guard, junior number 22, Briley Renfro. Senior forward number 23, Reagan Cave. And sophomore forward number 24, Allie Jennings. Once more, that starting lineup: Jennings, Cave, Renfro, Perkins, and Riggs. The assistant coaches for the Lady Cougars: Lena Jones, Brian Jones, and George Meredith. And head coach in his first season is Todd Johnston. Play-by-play of tonight's game comes up next, as this is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house. This is my house.
This is my house.
Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Put me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome back here to North Hardin High School, where Grayson County getting ready to take on the Trojans of North Hardin here in a out-of-region matchup, as it looks like we're getting ready to jump into a national anthem, so we will step aside one more time and take a break. Play-by-play comes up next here on K105.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSIkids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSIkids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Welcome back here to North Hardin High School. It's Ron Bever's Gymnasium. Here is the Grayson County Lady Cougars get ready to take on the North Hardin Trojans. These two teams since 1998 have met 5 previous times. North Hardin leads that series 4-1, but the Lady Cougars won the last matchup back on March the 8th of 2021, a 51-43 victory at the Cougar Den. As once more the starting lineup for Grayson County. It'll be Arissa Riggs, Sydney Perkins, Briley Renfro, Reagan Cave, and Allie Jennings. For North Hardin, it'll be Desiree Bryant, Jerica Johnson, Ella Shearer, Peyton Isom, and Jayana Lee. North Hardin last season 4-14 in a loss to Elizabethtown in the 17th District Tournament. The Trojans are looking for their first regional appearance since 2015 this season. Their head coach is Whitney Hooper. She's in her 6th season at North Hardin. She was previously the head coach at Taylor County and at Meade County. As they're getting ready to announce the starting lineup for the Lady Trojans of North Hardin. Here, Todd Johnston talking with his team right now, and I think that you look at the Lady Cougars, they opened their season on Tuesday night playing a really, really good Breckinridge County team, and they lost 65-25. And you look at that and you say, well, that in a lot of ways is not necessarily a surprise because they're really good. Breckinridge County is. Breckinridge County is a very, very good basketball team, and they showed that. Grayson County, I think it's going to be one of these things that game by game you want to see those little improvements. And you heard Todd Johnston. He mentioned that he wants to see turnovers be under the 15 mark in this game, as that will be huge to see if Grayson County can pick up the win. Looks like we're getting close to getting underway here in this evening's contest here from North Hardin High School. Sam Gormley with you on the call. Getting started just a little bit later than we had scheduled. In fact, since we are in Eastern time zone right now, it's 10 after 8 Eastern time. So it is a late tip-off here from Radcliffe. And the opening tip is going to be Desiree Bryant to tip this one against Reagan Cave. And the opening tip is up and controlled by the lead, taken and stolen away. Fast break, down, spinning in the lane. The shot off the left side is no good by Isom. And a fight for the ball, and possession is going to stay with the Trojans. Immediately, the Lady Cougars turn the ball over. Not what you wanted. An early turnover for Grayson County. To pass in is Shearer from underneath. She gets it out to the far side to Isom. Isom and Shearer are their two leading scorers. They take over 50% of the shots between these two teams. Straight away with the basketball is Isom. She gets it off to the right wing to Shearer. Shearer inside. The shot off the right side is no good by Lee, but she is bumped and fouled underneath by Reagan Cave. For Cave, that'll be her first and the team's first here of this first half of play. To the line is going to be Jayana Lee. Last season, a 41.7% free throw shooter. She appeared in every game last season. The first one is up and no good off to the left side. As a team, North Hardin from the charity stripe, 53.3%. Not a great free throw shooting team. It looks like they forgot to move the ball rack out, and luckily they're moving this off during the free throw. If somebody would have run into that is a metal ball rack. That would have not felt good. Luckily they catch that during a free throw, and the second free throw's up, no good. Rebound bouncing around, and on the inside, Riggs ends up coming down with it for Grayson County, and the Lady Cougars going to try and set up more of an offensive pressure. You got a 2-3 zone coming out here for North Hardin to start off with, and Riggs loses it, tries to get it to Renfro, but it's taken away. A fast break down the right side, and a foul is going to be called as Allie Jennings is going to pick up the foul. As driving in there was Desiree Bryant. Desiree Bryant will go to the free throw line. Bryant, no free throws last season. She did not appear in a game last year for the Trojans. The first free throw is up and good. So North Hardin has the early 1-0 lead. 40 seconds into our game, Grayson County with two early turnovers in this game. Second free throw good by Desiree Bryant, and it's 2-0. North Hardin with a lead. Riggs over to the far side to Sydney Perkins, and another turnover for Grayson County. They throw it away as it's Bryant on the right wing. Interior pass off the right side. The shot is up into the air, no good. And Ella Narvaez gets the rebound. She had checked into the game. She's the first one off the bench as Reagan Cave took a seat. That was Lee on the inside, and it was a really nice rebound. And now Riggs loses the ball again, and a fight for it is going to be a jump ball, and possession's going to go back towards Grayson County. Not a good start offensively for Grayson County. We're having a little bit of deja vu to what the Lady Cougars saw against Breckinridge County to start the game on Tuesday evening. Lady Cougars are working from right to left on your radio dial, wearing the navy blue jerseys with orange numerals. North Hardin wearing the home whites with blue numerals. Renfro into the near corner to Narvaez, who tries to get an interior pass to Jennings, but it's knocked away and stolen away. Fast break for North Hardin. Down the left side, the floater is no good by Johnson. And a foul on the rebound is going to be called on North Hardin, and it's whistled on Bryant. That is her first and the team's first. 2-0, North Hardin with the lead, 6 minutes, 33 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Riggs with the basketball. To the near side to Renfro. Renfro into the near corner to Narvaez. Narvaez out back, out front now to Renfro. Renfro swings it over to Riggs. Riggs double teamed as you got this 2-3 zone for Central Hardin, and it's knocked out of bounds, or for North Hardin rather, and it's knocked out of bounds, and possession is going to go towards Grayson County. Reagan Cave is going to check back into the game. Nope, she was going to check into the game, and she missed the clock. Renfro tries to split defenders, falls down with the ball, try to hand off pass to Riggs, and the loose ball is going to be another jump ball. No, it won't. Perkins comes down with it. She's trying to find someone to give it to, and another fight forward on the floor. And this time it is going to be a jump ball, and the Lady Trojans are going to take over. So 2-0, Grayson County offensively already with 4 or 5 turnovers. And we're about 2 minutes into this game. Off to the right wing, off the screen. Shearer's three is up, no good. Rebound underneath, and the putback by Bryant is no good. And Bryant is fouled underneath by Grayson County. Foul called on Narvaez. That is her first. And the team's third. Shooting 2 will be Desiree Bryant. She's 2 of 2 in this game. She made her first 2, and they were both nothing but net. Bryant with the left hand, spins it in her right, lets it fly, and the first free throw is good. Bryant's got a very confident stroke. Allie Jennings will come back into the game for Grayson County. Second free throw coming here for the Trojans. Is up into the air and good. All 4 of their points have come via Desiree Bryant on the charity stripe, and it is 4-0, North Hardin with the lead. Double teamed in the backcourt is Jennings. She finds Riggs, who loses the ball out of bounds, says the official. As I thought she might have been bumped from behind, but the official said no, that she lost the ball on her own out of bounds. Into the near corner, Isom being guarded by Renfro. Isom drives down the right lane, goes up with a shot. It's no good. Rebound is off the foot of Jennings, and it's going to go out of bounds, and possession is going to stay with North Hardin. That's just bad luck, as that ball took a weird bounce off of the rim, and it ends up going off of Jennings' foot, and there was just no way that she was going to be able to catch up to it. It is 3-0. North Hardin with the lead again. Or is it 3-0 or 4-0? I thought it was 4-0. 3 is no good, and stepping on the baseline on the rebound was Peyton Isom. As it is 4-0, as the scoreboard only has it as 3-0, but I do believe it is 4-0 as all 4 free throws were made. 5:20 to play here in the first quarter. Riggs picks up her dribble before she crosses half court over to the far corner to Cave. Cave is fouled. It took a second for the foul to be whistled, as I think the official was reaching to grab his whistle. And that foul is going to be called on Lee, her first, team's second. Grayson County to pass in. Perkins over to the far corner to Riggs. Riggs had it poked away. She runs it down, though. Grayson County's got to get something going on offense. They have yet to even take a shot in this game. Renfro on the left wing. Out front to Riggs. Riggs down to the left side, loses it, gains it back, needs to find help to the near corner to Cave. Cave drives near baseline, loses it. She gains it back, just throws it away. She threw it off of a North Hardin player, though, so it is going to stay Trojan basketball underneath. Sydney Perkins to pass in for the Lady Cougars. Substitution into the game for North Hardin was Kiara Logston. And driving in, and a foul is going to be called. Riggs is going to go to the free throw line. Loggins picks up the foul. That is her first and the team's third. Riggs to the line. She will shoot 1, or she'll shoot 2. First free throw for Riggs is up into the air and good. Last season, Arissa Riggs from the charity stripe, 56.4% She's a streaky shooter. When it's going in, she can be one of the best players in the region. It was a struggle on Tuesday evening. She was 0 of 9 from the field against Breckenridge County, but then again, it was a struggle for just about everybody. There's a foul on Briley Renfro coming up the near side. And I think that's one of those fouls that Todd Johnston likes because Briley was playing good defense. She was in front, and North Hardin has got speed on the offensive end. 4-2. North Hardin with a lead against Grayson County. All 6 of the points in this game have come from the free throw line. Driving in, losing it, and there to pick it up. Lee off the left side, can't make the layup. Rebounded by Jennings for the Lady Cougars. Jennings gives it over to the far side to Riggs. Riggs weaves here towards the near side. She picks up her dribble at the logo, and back here to the near side to Renfro. Renfro being guarded, being chased by 2 defenders into the near corner to Cave. Cave off to the left wing to Riggs. Riggs cross court to Perkins, who's left all alone. Deep 3 from the right wing is no good. It died on the back of the rim, and the long rebound is chased and saved in bounds by North Hardin. An outlet pass wide open down the right side and fouled on the drive. Kiara Logston. And Renfro picks up a foul. For Renfro, that is her second. Team's 5th, and to the line will be Kiara Loggins. Loggins didn't play last season, but she is a very good soccer player, as that first free throw is no good. Loggins was named to the 5th region all-season first team in soccer. She scored 32 goals in her soccer season, which was the 22nd highest in the entire state. Really good athlete. Free throw is up, no good. She misses them both. Jennings gets the rebound for the Lady Cougars. Into the game for the Lady Cougars is Isabel Blanton, who has it out front to Jennings. Jennings back now to Riggs. Riggs dribbles it off of her foot. It's taken away, and a fast break opportunity for Bryant. Her flip shot off the right side is no good. Isom's put back to no good, and the ball is knocked out of bounds by North Hardin. And it's going to stay Grayson. It's going to go to Grayson County here. 3:49 to play in the first quarter. It is 4-2. Grayson County trails this one against North Hardin, 3 minutes and 49 seconds, but the clock hasn't started yet. There it goes, just a little slow to start. Out front to Jennings. Jennings over to Riggs. Riggs with the right hand, splits defenders, goes up with a shot. It's good. No, she walked with it beforehand, says the official. Sutton Van Meter will come into the game. Reagan Cave will come out. Van Meter took a hard fall in the JV game. It's good to see her. She ended up coming back into that JV game, but good to see her. Interior pass inside on the right block. Dumps the pass to a cutting player down the right side was Bryant. So it was Destiny Scott who was into the game. Found Bryant. Bryant wasn't able to make the shot, but was fouled by Sydney Perkins. Perkins, that is her first, and the team's 6. Lots of fouls called early on in this game. And back to the free throw is Desiree Bryant. She's 4-4 in this game, and the free throw is up and no good. Neither team has made a shot from the field early on in this game. Bryant's second free throw is no good. She short arms it. The rebound is on the floor, and Bryant comes down with it. Bryant to the right wing. Interior pass down to the left block to Johnson, who has a double dribble, and possession is going to go back towards Grayson County. 4-2, North Hardin leads this one against Grayson County. 3 minutes and 21 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Into the game for the Trojans, Carly Atkinson. Atkinson appeared in every game last season as an 8th grader. She is a three-point shooter. 46 or 56 shots last season came from beyond the arc. To Van Meter on the right side. Van Meter drives down the right lane, can't get the shot to fall. Jennings gets the rebound. Outside to Perkins. Perkins runs into the far corner, and a reach-in foul is called on Loggins. That is her second and the team's 4th. Immediately a sub coming in. Ella Shearer will check back into the game. Loggins will take a seat. Riggs will pass in from the far corner. Todd Johnston, the Lady Cougar head coach, delivers the call. Allie Jennings gets it in, gives it back to Riggs. Riggs drives down to the right side, over out to Perkins, who falls down and walks with it. She was double teamed, and when she tried to split the defender, she ends up falling down and walking with the basketball. 2 minutes, 56 seconds to play here in the first quarter. It is Grayson County trailing this one 4-2 against North Hardin. Out front, Bryant. Off to Atkinson. Atkinson into the corner. 3 by Isom is up. No good. Van Meter gets the rebound for the Lady Cougars underneath. Van Meter, an outlet pass off to Riggs. Riggs over to the far side to Perkins. Perkins drives down the far baseline, goes up with a shot, and it's taken away by Destiny Scott, but it's taken right back by Jennings for Grayson County. Back and forth these two teams go. Neither team has scored from the field. And throwing the ball away again, Blanton had it, loses it, and it goes back to North Hardin. Both of these teams are going back and forth, giving the ball to one another. Isom kicks it out. Thought about the three. The floater inside the free throw line was no good by Bryant. And on the floor, a fight for it is going to be a jump ball. And possession is going to head to the Lady Cougars. Wow. Both of these teams are headed back and forth. North Hardin sticking with a 2-3 zone that they pretty much meet it right at half court. Now it's shifting more to a 3-2. And Blanton, that's going to be over and back. Blanton goes over and back there as she tried to pass it back, and that's just where her teammate can't be standing back there because she was just looking for help and ends up giving it back. Over to the left wing, Destiny Scott. To the far side, Atkinson. She is the shooter. She will shoot threes. Only took 10 shots last year inside the three-point line. Riggs takes the ball away on the left block. Riggs weaves back here towards the near side, breaks the timeline over to the far side. Perkins, who catches it like a wide receiver. She falls down with it and loses the ball. North Hardin comes down with it. Isom going coast to coast. She drives down the right side, runs right over Sutton Van Meter. That'll be an offensive foul. Peyton Isom, that is her first and the team's fifth. Jennings in, Blanton out. For Grayson County, it is 4-2. North Hardin leads this one, 1:28 to play in the first quarter. Neither team has scored from the field in this game. Van Meter over to the far side, stolen by Isom. Isom, and that might be another offensive foul. It is! Back-to-back offensive fouls for Peyton Isom as she ran right over Sutton Van Meter, who takes two of them right in a row. Substitution of the game, Isom, their leading returning scorer, takes a seat. Jerica Johnson into the game for her. Sutton Van Meter takes two charges in about 20 seconds. Perkins to the right wing over to the far corner to Cave. Cave gets around the defender, tries an interior pass, and Riggs comes down with it. A shot off the left side's no good. Rebound is going to be a jump ball, and possession is going to head towards North Hardin. It is 4-2. North Hardin leads this one, 1:03 to play here in the first quarter. Kennedy Green, the 8th grader, checks into the game for Grayson County. Her first varsity minutes of her young career. I know that everybody that I've talked to have said she's got a chance to be a really special player for the Lady Cougars. And she's coming into the game here for Grayson County with 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Probably trying to find a spark of some sort. Transition, pull-up three by Johnson's no good. Bryant gets the rebound and puts it in off the right side for the first made field goal of this game. The foul is called on Kennedy Green. That is her first, team's 7th. To the line to try and convert on the N1 will be Desiree Bryant. Free throw is up, no good. Rebounded on the floor, taken by Riggs. Riggs over to the far side. Dumps a pass. Green, wide open layup off the right side. Can't get it to fall. She was too far underneath. She was wide open, though. In transition, Shearer on the left wing. If they leave her all alone, she'll pull up. She gives it back out front to Bryant. Bryant spins at the free throw line. Pulls up from 10 feet. The shot is good. Desiree Bryant has all of North Hardin's points, and they lead 8-2 with 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. Riggs picks up her dribble and finds Blanton on the right wing. Blanton, interior pass to Jennings, and it goes off of her leg to Perkins. 14 seconds on the first quarter clock. To Perkins, she spins around 18 feet. Left side jumper is no good. Rebounded underneath by Blanton. Her putback's good. The Lady Cougars get their first field goal of the first quarter in the closing seconds. Half-court shot, heave at the buzzer is no good by North Hardin. At the end of the first quarter, it is North Hardin 8, Grayson County 4. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, They may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Come back here to North Hardin High School, where Grayson County trails this one 8-4 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Sam Formally with you here. That was not even sure the word to describe that first quarter of play, as neither team was great. North Hardin, both teams didn't really score a field goal until the last minutes of that quarter. And Grayson County will start the second quarter with a basketball to Jennings. Jennings out front to Van Meter, who bobbles it, gains it back though. And 3 by Riggs off the right side's no good. Perkins gets the rebound. Her putback's good. Sydney Perkins, the transition basket and the putback. And Perkins puts her name into the scorebook for the first time tonight. It's a 2-point game. Left all alone, Atkinson. She'll take the 3. It's no good. The rebound underneath is taken by North Hardin. Back to Atkinson. Atkinson drives far baseline. The shot is up and good. Atkinson doesn't make a lot of shots inside the arc. She makes that one. And North Hardin's lead is back 10-6. 7:15 to play. Perkins out front to Jennings. Off to the left wing. 3 by Riggs is up and no good. Rebound and the putback by Perkins is no good, but she's fouled by Raphael, who's into the game. That is her first and the team's 7th. Sydney Perkins to the charity stripe to shoot 2. Perkins 8 of 9 from the free throw line this season, and the first one is good. Sydney Perkins is a very good free throw shooter. Free throw, Perkins up, good. She makes them both. Sydney Perkins goes 2 of 2. Riggs almost steals the inbounds pass, but it is taken away, or it's knocked out by her, and it's going to stay North Hardin basketball underneath. 7:07 to play here in the second quarter. We have a whistle blown, and I don't know what the stoppage of play was about. North Hardin passes the basketball in, double team, throws into the middle. Now a cross-court near side pass here, and a nice move by Raphael. Her shot is no good, and there for the rebound was Sydney Perkins. She finds help with Jennings, who gives it immediately back to Arissa Riggs. Riggs will break the timeline over to the right wing to Perkins. Perkins gets around the defender, who falls down Raphael. They're going to call Raphael for the foul, I believe. It is on Raphael. That is her second, and the team's 8th. Perkins will go to the free throw line to shoot 1 in the bonus. Desiree Bryant will check back into the game. She has all but 2 of North Hardin's points. She is 8 of the North Hardin Trojans' 10 points. Free throw is up and good by Sydney Perkins. And it should be 10-9 now, as I was just looking. There we go. Now they're doing it. Scoreboard operator's been a little slow tonight. It's okay. It's a Friday. Second free throw is good. We all know Lady Cougar bookkeeper Todd Cave's going to be on top of it tonight. We know that. He sits to my right tonight. Usually I don't get to sit next to him, but he was on top of it as North Hardin loses the ball. Van Meter comes down with it for Grayson County. We're all tied up at 10. 6:30 to play in the second quarter. Riggs with the ball, and she throws it away, but it was tipped. Van Meter's got to run it down in the backcourt, and no, it was tipped, and the official stopped it, and that's okay. He didn't see that the ball was tipped. The official on the far side did, and I like that. Communication, they said it was tipped, which it was. and it's good communication. Kennedy Green's going to check out. In for her, I believe it's Reagan Cave. So you've got Van Meter, Riggs, Perkins, Jennings, and Cave on the floor for Grayson County. Riggs has got to cross the timeline, and she does with a screen from Jennings. Over to the far side, Perkins. Perkins splits defenders, weaves through down the right lane, and it's just ripped away and stolen away by North Hardin. And a foul is called on Arissa Riggs in transition. So I was looking down at my notes, and I missed what Riggs had done in that. Whatever it is, it's her first in the team's 8th. Todd Johnston talking with Sydney Perkins right now. And the free throws will be taken by Jerica Johnson. She's 58.1% free throw shooter last season. And the first one is up and no good off the back of the iron. The rebound is taken back to Johnson, wide open left lane, and she lays it in. Johnson misses that free throw, but comes back to give North Hardin a 12-10 lead. 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Riggs has got to break the timeline and does. Nearly had it taken away again. Gives it to Van Meter on the near side. Van Meter bobbles, gains it back, and a timeout is going to be taken by Todd Johnston. We'll take it with him. It's 12-10. North Hardin leads this one. 5:50 to go here in the second quarter. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Welcome back here to North Hardin High School, where it is North Hardin 12, Grayson County 10. It's been kind of a weird game, as both of these teams have kind of fought back and forth, and finally we're starting to get some offense, as it was not a lot of offense to start off with. But both teams have kind of started to heat up a little bit, and I do have to give a lot of props here. North Hardin's student section tonight, it's a good crowd. They got a good, nice group of students over to our right. As Riggs will pass in this basketball for Grayson County out of the full timeout taken by Todd Johnston. That's a good timeout by Coach Johnston. Riggs has got to get it in and throws it into Sydney Perkins, who breaks the timeline. Perkins double team, throws it out front to Jennings, who loses it, and a fight for the ball is going to stay North Hardin basketball. Sorry, it's off of North Hardin, and it's going to be Grayson County basketball. Riggs to pass in. Scans once, scans twice, scans a third time, and finds Van Meter in the backcourt. I've been very impressed with Sutton Van Meter here in this first half. She's given some great minutes. I thought she's played very well. She's showing some of her youth at time, which you would expect from a freshman who hasn't gotten a lot of experience. Riggs down the right lane. The floater is no good, short. And the rebound, a foul is going to be called on Riggs as Shearer came down with a rebound. And Riggs, a foul that she'd probably like to have back. As you can tell, immediately when she did it, she looked towards the bench and kind of had the look of, oh, why did I do that? As it will be one in the bonus coming from Ella Shearer, and she is a very good free throw shooter, 82.6%. She will shoot one and the bonus. The first free throw coming for Shearer is up and good. Shearer is a very good golf player. She was named the 5th region golfer of the year, and she finished as the region runner-up in golf. And that has Grayson County connections because, as she makes the second free throw, Grayson County and North Hardin are in the same region when it comes to golf. So I know our good friend, Grayson County golf coach Tony Embry, got to give him a shout out. Rusty Ray, 2 best golf coaches in the region. But North Hardin's girls team did win the region as well in golf. Out of the timeout, Van Meter splits defenders, loses it, and almost an over and back. Jennings does come down with it. Out front to Riggs. Riggs over to the far side. Renfro, 3 up, and it's an air ball. Rebounded underneath by Bryant. Bryant looks to push for the Trojans. They lead 14-10. Jump pass over to the far side, Shearer. Shearer drives down far baseline. The shot is up off the left side, no good. The putback, no good underneath. And the rebound is taken by Jennings for the Lady Cougars. Jennings gives it to Riggs. Riggs double teamed, breaks it. She's going to slow down and set up the offense for Grayson County, but she's her pocket picked by Johnson. Johnson has to slow down and grab it, and her bank shot off the left side's no good. Riggs gets the ball right back. Neither of these teams are putting on an offensive clinic at all, and it's kind of allowed for both these teams to keep themselves in it. Riggs on the right side, and we're going to have a foul called as Sydney Perkins was knocked over by Jerica Johnson, and she doesn't like the call at all. That is her first, and the team's 9th. Well, the PA announcer said 8th, but I believe it's the 9th team foul. So it'll be 1-1 coming for Sydney Perkins. Now the scoreboard is updated to say it was the 9th foul. Free throw coming for Perkins is up and good. Sydney Perkins did not score in the first quarter, but she now has 7 points in this second quarter. Isabel Blanton comes in. Sutton Van Meter checks out, and give her a nice little round of applause. She played some pretty good minutes there. She's going to be a good little player. Second free throw comes in. Perkins can't get the bounce, and the rebound is taken by North Hardin. Trojans looking to push, and a carry is going to be called on Bryant. She tried to make a move, and when she did just move that arm right over. Easy carry call for the trail official. 14-11, North Hardin leads. 4:32 to play here in the second quarter. Blanton's got to get it in and tries to get it into Riggs, but it's knocked out of bounds by North Hardin. The full court defense is giving Grayson County fits, and we saw this starting with a scrimmage against South Warren, that they played really well when South Warren was in a half-court defense, but the minute the Lady Spartans shifted to a full-court defense, the game changed. Over to the far side, Perkins, as they break the timeline this time, to Riggs on the right wing. Riggs picks up her dribble, and they're going to set up the offense here. Todd Johnston delivers the call to the left wing to Blanton. Blanton out front to Riggs. Riggs to the right side. Stolen away. Another fast break opportunity. Bryant loses the ball. It's going to be out of bounds, and possession's going to go back towards Grayson County. I think Whitney Hooper wanted a push from behind, and I didn't see anything like that. It just looked like she lost the ball. And you can tell Bryant, it's not like she came up and looked at an official like, hey, where's the call? Jennings is double teamed in the backcourt, and a jump ball is going to be called, and possession is going to stay or head towards Lady Trojan basketball. I think it's Lady Trojan ball. It is. Shearer to pass in. 14-11, North Hardin leads. 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Johnson over to the far side. Atkinson, three. A rainbow three is good for Atkinson. And she's got 5 points. And now throwing the ball away and stealing it, Bryant. Tried to get it back in transition to Scott. Scott kicks it out to Shearer. Three, left wing, no good. The rebound is taken out to the near side. Atkinson, another rainbow three is no good. She gets the rebound back. Out front, Johnson to the free throw line to Bryant. Bryant at the right elbow. Back out to Atkinson. Swings it over to Johnson. Left wing three is up and no good. Perkins gets the rebound for Grayson County. Perkins to Riggs, and looks like North Hardin's going to back off now into a man-to-man defense. Riggs breaks the timeline for the Lady Cougars. With the left hand, off to Renfro, drives down the left lane, Euro step, can't get it to fall, gets the rebound back underneath, trying to find help and a jump ball, and both players hit the deck. And possession is going to stay with Grayson County underneath. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Substitution into the game for North Hardin is going to be Jayana Lee. And checking out will be Destiny Scott. Destiny Scott is only an 8th grader. Into the game to Riggs. Riggs splits the defender, goes up with a right-hand floater. It is no good. Rebounded underneath by North Hardin. Johnson looks to push, lowers her shoulder, goes up with a right-handed floater. It's a wild shot, no good. And the rebound, this time Grayson County comes down with it. It is Jennings. Jennings gives it back now to Riggs. Riggs breaks the timeline at the volleyball line. Over to the far side, Blanton. Blanton back now to Perkins. Perkins swings it over to Riggs, who almost lost the ball, to reach out with the right hand to grab it. Riggs drives down the right lane, goes up with a shot. A foul is going to be called. Count the basket as it goes in. Riggs gets to the hole, and for Arissa Riggs, that is her first made field goal of the season. And I'm sure that there probably had been a shot made that has felt better for her. She'll go to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one and make it a 3-point game. That foul was called on Jayana Lee, her second, team's 10th. Free throw, Riggs, good. 17-14, 2:38 to play here in the second quarter. At least I believe it is 17-14, I think. There it goes. Scoreboard operates just a little slow here. I had to make sure that I was correct in saying so. Bryant gets around the defender, dumps a pass off to the left block. The shot was no good on the left block that was Jayana Lee, but she is fouled by Grayson County. That foul was called on Allie Jennings, her second, team's 10th as well. And to the charity stripe, Jayana Lee, she's 0 of 2 tonight. She was a 41.7% free throw shooter last season. The first one is up and no good. North Hardin coached by Whitney Hooper. She's in her 6th season here at North Hardin, previously the head coach at Meade County and also at Taylor County. She played one season of basketball at WKU before transferring to Campbellsville to finish her career as Lee misses that second free throw as well. Riggs gets the rebound. She's trapped on the far baseline and steps out of bounds. That's what the official said, as she was trapped. And I know I make this comment almost once a game, as North Hardin used the defender that is undefeated, and that is the baseline. Never lost. 3, all in the inbounds pass is no good by Bryant. Riggs gets the rebound to Van Meter. Van Meter angles back towards the middle to the left wing to Perkins. 2:15 to play here in the second quarter. It's 17-14. North Hardin leads this to Jennings. Jennings the left wing to Riggs. Riggs, step back 3, left side, good! Nothing but net for Arissa Riggs. And sometimes you see that. Once one ball goes in, that hoop grows about 3 sizes. It's like the Grinch's heart at Christmas. It's what it feels like with that rim sometimes for a shooter. Once it goes in, it grows. Johnson loses the ball, gains it back to the near side to Atkinson. Atkinson being guarded by Blanton to Shearer. Guarded by Van Meter. It's a tie game at 17, 1:40 to go in the second quarter. Atkinson gets a screen, 18-foot jump shot from straight away is no good. Bryant gets the rebound, takes one dribble, her putback's no good. Rebounded underneath by Riggs. Riggs to the near side to Van Meter, and if Arissa Riggs, she's probably got 6 or 7 rebounds already in this first half. To the right side, Blanton. Blanton cutting inside was Jennings, but she threw it away, and Shearer comes down with it. Shearer down to the near side, picks up her dribble, trailing down to the right block. Beautiful ball movement, and Jayana Lee gives North Hardin the lead back at 19-17. 1 minute to play here in the second quarter. Riggs, straight away, drives down, kicks it to Jennings. Jennings takes one dribble outside to Perkins. Deep 3, straight away, no good. That was almost from the volleyball line for Sydney Perkins. That would have given Grayson County their first lead of the game. Near side Shearer. She thought about the 3, drives in, floater, shots up, no good, but she's fouled by Grayson County on the drive. Called on Van Meter. And hers only her first in Team 10 plus. To the line will be Ella Shearer. She's their best free throw shooter, 82.6%. Last season, she's 2 of 2 tonight. She will shoot 2. The first free throw is up and good. Into the game for Grayson County, Briley Renfro and Reagan Cave. The junior guard, Ella Shearer, lets the second free throw fly with the right hand. It is good. Ella Shearer makes both of her free throws, and the North Hardin lead is back to 4 at 21-17 with 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Van Meter breaks the timeline. Right wing, Perkins. Perkins gets a screen from Cave. Left side, Renfro back into Cave. Cave has it stripped, and a foul is going to be called on Jayana Lee. That is her 3rd. And Reagan Cave will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Cave last season from the charity stripe, 46.2%. But she had a couple of games where she hit her free throws very well. First free throw for the lone senior on this Lady Cougar team is up, in and out. Into the game for Grayson County's Arissa Riggs. Briley Renfro will take a seat. Reagan Cave trying to make it a 3-point game with this free throw. It's up into the air, no good. Misses them both, does Grayson County. Jerica Johnson breaks the timeline. North Hardin presumably going to hold for the final shot. 20 seconds to go in the first half. It is Trojans 21, Grayson County 17, and they throw it away. Grayson County going to get the ball back. 15.7 seconds on the clock here in the first half. Grayson County going to have to see if they can't get a shot off with 20 seconds. They're going to come with a half-court pressure. 8 seconds on the clock. Perkins over on the far side. She drives in, gives it back to Cave with 4 seconds. Off to Riggs with 3 seconds. Riggs, desperation heave, is off the back of the iron and no good. 21-17. North Hardin leads this one at the end of the first half. This is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life.
Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
On K105.
Welcome back here to our halftime show. Grayson County trails this one 21-17 as we are at the half, and this was a weird first half of play. A lot of fouls. Neither team really able to get into any offensive momentum, and I think weird is the only way to describe that first half. Coming up on the halftime show, we'll try to run down some scores from around the region, the scores from this game, and more, as this is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, prepare, focus on the essentials, protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
Future Designs, your complete home building and remodeling center.
Future Designs has everything you need from design to delivery and everything in between.
From traditional home and building construction materials to the metal roof and siding division, you'll find it at Future Designs.
Quarter paint is also available at Future Designs.
Start at the foundation of any project and work your way up with Futures.
You'll find the product, service, and advice needed for a strong structure.
There's a reason they call it the builder's choice.
Find out why at Future Designs on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, prepare, focus on the essentials, protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to our halftime show. Grayson County trails this one 21-17 at the half against North Hardin. Try to run down some scores from around the region as dealing with some technical issues on my end, so I'm having to do this the old-fashioned way and breaking out the good old cell phone to check out some updates, so it might take me a little bit longer than it usually does. At the end of the first quarter, Butler County in girls basketball leads Logan County 12-8. Henderson County in girls basketball leads McCracken County 28-24. Let's see, in boys basketball, Nelson County leads Bethlehem 36-35. That game is getting ready to start the fourth quarter. As at halftime in boys basketball, Owensboro leads Evansville Christian 43-41. And we'll try to see if there aren't any other scores to bring you. I'm seeing here, and you know what? Since it's coming across my timeline and our good friends have now started posting updates, which I love, I'm going to give them the update. In JV basketball, Whitesville Trinity defeats Callaway County 35-33. So I'm guessing that they're getting ready to play boys basketball against them. I love that. Shout out to our friends there at the athletic department for Whitesville Trinity. They're now posting updates on their Twitter page. So I love it that I can give you an update of Whitesville Trinity scores, because in a lot of ways, those are important scores to Grayson County fans. They care about them to know how those teams are doing. So it's good to give them an update. And you know what? If they're going to give me a JV update, right now there aren't a lot of other updates to bring you. So I'm going to bring you a JV update. We'll run down the scoring from this game coming up after this. This is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Future Designs, your complete home building and remodeling center.
Future Designs has everything you need from design to delivery and everything in between.
From traditional home and building construction materials to the metal roof and siding division, you'll find it at Future Designs.
Quarter paint is also available at Future Designs.
Start at the foundation of any project and work your way up with Futures.
You'll find the product, service, and advice needed for a strong structure.
There's a reason they call it the builder's choice.
Find out why at Future Designs on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Welcome back here to Ron Bevers Gymnasium here on the campus of North Hardin High School, where Grayson County trails this one 21-17. I was going to say, I was looking for my pencil there as we were working in. We'll try to run down the scoring from this game. As Arissa Riggs leads Grayson County, she had 8 points. Sydney Perkins finished with 7 points, and 2 points for Isabel Blanton for Grayson County. That runs down the scoring for them. For North Hardin, it's 8 points from Desiree Bryant, 2 points for Jerica Johnson, 4 points for Ella Shearer, 5 points for Carly Atkinson, and 2 points for Jayana Lee. So when you look at this North Hardin, they played most of that first half without their leading scorer, Peyton Isom, who picked up 2 charges in about 20 seconds, if that. And Whitney Hooper kept her on the bench for the remainder of the half. And in all seriousness, it's not like they needed the offenses. It's kind of been a stagnant. The first quarter was not great offense. Second quarter, they started to heat up a little bit, and maybe it'll just continue to get better as this game moves on. Grayson County trails this one, though, 21-17 at the half. We'll come back and have the second half of play after this. This is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Future Designs, your complete home building and remodeling center.
Future Designs has everything you need from design to delivery and everything in between.
From traditional home and building construction materials to the metal roof and siding division, you'll find it at Future Designs.
Quarter paint is also available at Future Designs.
Start at the foundation of any project and work your way up with Futures.
You'll find the product, service, and advice needed for a strong structure.
There's a reason they call it the builder's choice.
Find out why at Future Designs on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to North Hardin High School, where we get ready to start the second half of action. Grayson County trails this one 21-17. I want to say, though, that it's kind of interesting. So we had one of our officials was wearing a mask that had official stripes on it, but he must have changed his mask at halftime because I don't remember. It was one of the two officials. I don't remember which one, but when they came out, they were all wearing black masks. I just found it very interesting. I was a little disappointed because it did. It completely matched his shirt. It was great. It's fantastic. I loved it. Out of the start the second half, it is going to be North Hardin basketball. They'll work from right to left now on your radio dial. They lead this one 21-17. That'll push the Lady Cougars from left to right. Ella Shearer with the basketball out front to Johnson. Johnson swings it over to the left wing to Bryant. Bryant tied with Arissa Riggs for the game-high lead with 8 points. Down to the right block, Isom, or no, that's not Isom, that is Lee. Her shot is no good, and the rebound goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it stays North Hardin basketball underneath. It'll be Ella Shearer to pass in. She slaps the basketball once, scans twice, and Briley Renfro knocks that ball out of bounds. Nice defensive play there by Renfro. She was kind of showing shades of her sister Kenzie there. Kenzie was very good about that. In fact, this gym almost was a legendary gym in the Renfro name. Is when we were here 2 years ago, Kenzie Renfro, and we were trying to jog our memories. She was nearing the 1,000 point mark and fell either 1 or 2 points short. She ended up hitting it the next game against Owensboro at home, which, you know, is probably as good because she got to do it in front of her family and everything at home, but she came very close to doing it right here at North Hardin. Off the screen, the three straight away by Shearer is way off to the left. The rebound is blocked out of bounds, and the putback there by Allie Jennings, as going to try and put that up was Desiree Bryant. Ella Shearer will pass this in from underneath. She throws it into the cutting player, Lee. She dribbles it off of her foot and off the right wing, down to the pass to Johnson on the left wing. The ball goes out of bounds, and it was knocked right into the official, and good to see he's okay. That's now back-to-back games that we've had basketballs hit either officials or players in spots that you don't want to be hit. So last night there was a Central Hardin player that River Blayton unintentionally threw a ball that hit him in a low spot. That same the official got hit in the same spot here. The ball somehow doesn't fall, and the long rebound is pulled by Perkins. Isom, I mean, that ball stood on the edge of the rim for a good second and a half. Grayson County's got to break the timeline. They do here on the near side to Renfro. Renfro down to Cave, wide open on the right block. She gives enough time for the defense to catch up. She's just going to have to dribble it out front to Renfro. Renfro to Riggs. Riggs has Perkins wide open on the left wing. The pass took a little bit of too much time to get there. Perkins gets a screen. The three is no good. Rebounded by Bryant. Bryant's an outlet pass off to Shearer. Shearer looked to push, but she's going to slow it down and wait for help with Bryant. Bryant back out front to Isom. Isom being held scoreless. She had those two quick fouls. Isom at the free throw line gives it back to Bryant. Three is an air ball, and possession is going to head towards Grayson County. 21-17. North Hardin leads this one 6 minutes and 23 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Neither team has scored to start the quarter. Very similar to how this first quarter started. Offenses took a little bit of time to get run up to Renfro on the right wing. Renfro back off to Riggs. Riggs drives in, free throw line floater is up, no good, short. Rebound on the floor, Isom comes down with it, and she tight-roped the baseline, was able to keep it going. North Hardin looking to push. Shear left wide open, transition three, far side, in and out. Jennings comes down with a rebound for Grayson County. Off to Riggs. Riggs looking to push for Grayson County. Weaves through once, twice, down to the left block to Cave. Cave out to the far side, tried to get it to Perkins, who tried to save it in bounds. And she probably shouldn't have tried to save it in bounds because she didn't get to it in time, but it was off of North Hardin regardless. Atkinson will check into the game for the Lady Trojans, and Shearer will come out. Perkins to pass in, and gives it in to Riggs. Riggs, step back, now drives downhill. Outside Perkins, takes one dribble, three left side, count it! Sydney Perkins knocks in the three. She's up to double figures, and the lead is now 1 for North Hardin. 21-20, 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Out front, Isom. Over to the right wing to Bryant. Bryant to Atkinson. Atkinson guarded by Perkins. Nice defense for the freshman. To Johnson. Off to Isom. Isom again been held scoreless. She was their leading scorer last season, 14.4 points a game. She's been attending camps for D1 schools as well. The interior pass to Lee is behind her and off her hands and out of bounds. Grayson County going to get the basketball back, and immediately a substitution comes into the game for North Hardin. It'll be Destiny Scott coming in for Jayana Lee. As there must have been some miscommunication there as Lee's cut was good. The pass was behind her. I'm not sure if she made the cut too early or what. To the left wing to Perkins. Gives it into the middle to Jennings. Swings it over to the right side, Renfro. Back outside now to Riggs. Riggs with the left hand, gives it to Perkins on the left side. Perkins back out front, Riggs. 4:50 to go here in the third quarter. Grayson County inside to Cave. Shot off the right side is no good. Might have been partially blocked by North Hardin. In transition, Bryant on the right wing to the trailer Johnson to Atkinson. Left wide open is Isom in the near side three. It's in and out. Rebounded by Cave for Grayson County. Cave gives it to Riggs. Riggs breaks the timeline with a pass to Renfro. Renfro down the right lane, goes up with a shot. It is an offensive foul called on Briley Renfro. And I don't know. Looked like Renfro got around the defender there. I didn't have the greatest angle on it, but Renfro picks up the foul there. That is her third. And after having fouls galore in the first half, that is the first foul called here in the second half with 4:20 to play in the third quarter. We need almost more fouls than points in the first half. Atkinson loses the ball, and they're going to say Perkins knocked it out. Sutton Van Meter will come into the game for Grayson County. Bradley Renfro will take a seat, and Van Meter, she played really well in the first half. I was very impressed by the freshman. Her older brother, Jaron, really showed out in as a sophomore football player for Lady Cougar assistant coach Brian Jones. Near side Bryant, three off the screen is no good. Rebound underneath is Jennings for Grayson County. The Lady Cougars, the one thing they've done very well tonight is rebound the basketball. I think Todd Johnston has to be very happy with that. Left wide open on the far side, Perkins. Thought about the three, thought about it one more time, looking for help, throws it away, and the pass is a loose ball, and it's run down by North Hardin, and a foul is going to be called on Allie Jennings. For Jennings, that is her third and the team's second. Jerica Johnson to pass in. 3:42 to play here in the third quarter. It is 21-20. North Hardin has yet to score here in this second half of play. The lone basket was a Sydney Perkins three. Johnson to Isom. Isom out front. And an interior pass taken away by Perkins. Perkins keeps her dribble going. She's being triple teamed in the backcourt and finds Riggs. Grayson County's got to break the timeline, and it gets it to Perkins, who wasn't ready for it. She just looked up, and the ball was coming to her. And luckily, Riggs, like a good quarterback, gave her the ball right in her hands, and it was a nice play there. A foul on the drive is called on Peyton Isom, and that is her third. Team's first, and that's a big third foul called on who the Cats Paws picked as the ninth best player in the 5th region. Inside to Riggs. Riggs pulls up from 10 feet. The bank is not open. The rebound underneath by Jennings. Her putback's no good. Johnson gets the rebound for the Lady Trojans. They're pushing off to Bryant. Bryant drives down, loses her dribble, gives it off now to the right side to Scott. Scott kicks it out. Shear left wide open from three. It's no good. And the rebound underneath. A foul is called on the rebound. And it is called on Jennings for Grayson County. And for Jennings, that is her fourth. Team's third. That's a big foul. Allie Jennings has been playing very well on the interior as well. Really, I think defensively and rebounding for Grayson County has been very good. I think Todd Johnston has a lot to be happy about. Near side Johnson, she drives down the baseline, gets around the defender. The shot is up, no good. There for the putback, and making it in off the right side is Destiny Scott with 2:45 to go here in this third quarter. That is North Hardin's first basket of the quarter. It is 23-20. The Trojans lead by 3, and they throw it away. Fast break for Shear. Down the right side, the layup is no good. Rebounded by Van Meter for Grayson County. She needs to find help, and it's thrown away, and possession is going to head towards Grayson County. Todd Johnston not happy with the passing there for Grayson County. His response was, come on, girls. 23-20. North Hardin leads Grayson County 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Van Meter, she's got to break the timeline and does to Perkins. Grayson County has struggled to get the ball across half court at times. Perkins weaves through, reverse layup, too hard. Rebounded underneath by Bryant. Bryant gives it off to Shear, who breaks the timeline on the far side. Shear to Atkinson. Atkinson spins around. Interior pass down to Scott. Scott kicks it back out to Bryant. Bryant swings it over to Isom, who's back into the game with those 3 fouls. She gets a pass inside to Scott. It's out of bounds. Possession going to stay with Grayson County, or stay with North Hardin underneath of the basket. 1:56 to go here in the third quarter. North Hardin to pass in to Isom. Isom off to Atkinson. Back over to Shearer on the far side, being guarded by Sydney Perkins. To the right elbow, to Bryant. Bryant on Narvaez, drives in. The kiss off the glass is good for Desiree Bryant. She moves into double figures, and the North Hardin lead is back to 5 at 25-20 with 1:37 to play here in the third quarter. Riggs to Van Meter. Back to Riggs, who breaks the timeline. Back over to Van Meter. Van Meter thought about a deep left wing 3. Back though to Riggs. Riggs has a screen from Narvaez if she wants to take it to Van Meter. Van Meter drives in, 10-foot floater off the left side's no good. Shearer gets the rebound for the Trojans. To Isom. Isom will drive if she has it. Gives a pass to Atkinson. Transition, left wing 3 is no good, and the rebound goes out of bounds. And basketball is going to head towards Grayson County. Briley Renfro into the game. Narvaez will check out for the Lady Cougars. 1:09 to play here in the third quarter, 25-20. North Hardin leads Grayson County. Into the game, Loggins. Also into the game for Grayson County, you have Kennedy Green. She's double teamed. Grayson County wants a timeout, and Todd Johnston is going to get the timeout. He was calling it. Whitney Hooper doesn't like it, but I heard it, and I have noise-canceling headphones on. So a timeout being taken by Todd Johnston. We'll take it with him. It's 25-20, 1:06 to go in the third. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Future Designs, your complete home building and remodeling center.
Future Designs has everything you need from design to delivery and everything in between.
From traditional home and building construction materials to the metal roof and siding division, you'll find it at Future Designs.
Quarter paint is also available at Future Designs.
Start at the foundation of any project and work your way up with Futures.
You'll find the product, service, and advice needed for a strong structure.
There's a reason they call it the builder's choice.
Find out why at Future Designs on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
It's North Hardin with a 25-20 lead, 1:06 to go here in the third quarter. Sam Gormley with you today as it has been a interesting game, to say the least, as it is 25-20 in the third quarter. Neither team has been great offensively, but I think the pro is that neither team has been great offensively, so it's a close game at 25-20. Grayson County gets it in. Perkins double teamed in the backcourt, falls down, and a late foul is called on North Hardin. It is called on Carly Atkinson. That is her first, team's second. Riggs looks at her offense. Todd Johnston trying to set them up. Renfro back to Riggs. Riggs swings it over to Kennedy Green on the far side. The eighth grader getting our first varsity minutes. Riggs picks up her dribble to Renfro, who breaks the timeline. Renfro to the near side, Perkins. Perkins drives near baseline, shots up, good. Great ball movement by Grayson County. That might have been their best possession of the season. 25-22, 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Peyton Isom out front to Bryant. Over to the far side, Atkinson has to reach high up to grab that. Bryant inside out to Isom. Deep three is up, no good. Rebounded by Renfro underneath for Grayson County. Renfro, and a foul is called. An offensive foul is called on Briley Renfro. Briley Renfro, that is her fourth. And the team's fourth. Isabel Blanton will come off the bench. Todd Johnston explaining what Briley Renfro did. The interior pass to Bryant. Her shot is up. No good off the side of the backboard. They don't say it's out of bounds, and it's outside Isom. 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Kennedy Green. Kennedy Green looking for help and finds it with Riggs. 15 seconds on the third quarter clock here. Grayson County's got to find some help. They give it to Perkins. Lady Cougars got to break the timeline. Riggs, and that's 10 seconds called. 8.5 on the clock. That seemed like a very quick 10 seconds. Seems like that was a little quick on the clock. I saw it was about 7 or 8. It's still, Grayson County still needed to get the ball across the court. There's no doubt about that. 8.5 on the clock. They give it over to the right wing to Isom with 6 seconds. It's a 3-point lead. Isom's floater inside the lane's no good. Rebound, Scott, put back good. Scott makes it at the buzzer and is 27-22. North Hardin leads this one at the end of 3. This is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Grayson County trails this one 27-22 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter of play here from Ron Bever's Gymnasium and Radcliffe, Kentucky at North Hardin High School. As it has not been an offensive juggernaut of a performance tonight, but it's not been an offensive juggernaut of a performance for either team. As Grayson County's going to start the fourth quarter with a basketball. Lady Cougars to Van Meter. Out front to Riggs. Riggs to Blanton. Blanton drives down the near side, picks up her dribble on the right block. Back to Van Meter. Off to Riggs on the right side. Riggs drives in, spins down the right side. The shot is up, and a walk is called on Arissa Riggs. So Riggs called for the extra step on the drive. Todd Johnston talking to assistant coaches George Meredith and Brian Jones about what the call might have been. I'm not sure if he thought there should have been a foul or what. Isom deep on the right side. Off the screen to Loggins. Loggins back now to Bryant. 7.5 to go in tonight's game. It's 27-22 North Hardin, and it's out of bounds off of North Hardin. Grayson County basketball. As Bryant just dribbled that one off of her foot. Grayson County is going to get the basketball back. Ella Shearer will check into the game for Desiree Bryant. Isabel Blanton gives it in to Riggs, and you've got this 2-3 zone for North Hardin that meets pretty much right at the half-court line. Riggs picks up her dribble, gives it to Van Meter. Van Meter walks with it, takes an extra step, and she did that time. And Todd Johnston looked at her. Van Meter looked at Todd Johnston, and Todd Johnston nodded, and she said, oh. Briley Renfro comes in. She does have 4 fouls, something to keep in mind in this game. Van Meter comes out. Jerica Johnson running the point for the Trojans. To the left side, Loggins. Loggins being guarded by Perkins. Loggins floater from the left elbow is no good. Rebound underneath is ripped away by Renfro for Grayson County. The smallest player on the floor comes down with it. Blanton gives it back to Riggs. Riggs picks up her dribble, tries to pass over to the left wing, and it's taken away by Johnson. An outlet pass down to Loggins. Left side layup, good for Kiara Loggins. And North Hardin leads this one 29-22. 6:40 to play here in the fourth quarter. Riggs throws a pass wide open to Cave in the near corner. Cave gets around the defender, falls down with it, throws it to the near side to Blanton. Blanton to Renfro, swings it out front to Riggs. Riggs fires one over to the left wing to Perkins. Perkins, a no-look pass to Riggs. 3, right side, no good off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Cave underneath. Cave's shot is up, no good, but she is fouled, and Reagan Cave will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And that foul is called on Destiny Scott. It's only her first, team's third. Cave to the line. She is 0 of 2 tonight. She will shoot 2. The senior at the line. Free throw is up and no good. Lady Cougar fans trying to cheer on Reagan Cave. The second free throw comes for the senior, is up into the air, no good, short, rebounded by Scott. Cave goes over 2 from the free throw line. North Hardin with the lead. Isom into the near corner. Johnson, 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Cave underneath. Cave gives it here to the near side to Renfro. Renfro will break the timeline and gives it to Arissa Riggs, and that is over and back. That just wasn't a good pass at all by Briley Renfro. Everyone in the building knew it, and I think everybody in the building had the same reaction when the ball was thrown. Van Meter comes in for Renfro, and Jennings comes in for Blanson. 6:04 to go. It is 29-22. North Hardin with the lead against Grayson County. Off to the right side, Loggins. Loggins gets a screen from Shear, drives down, kicks to the near side. Johnson to Isom, wide open, left wing 3, and she makes him pay. Peyton Isom gets her first basket with 5:50 to go in this game. Perkins on the left side. The lead is 10 for North Hardin. To Van Meters, floater up, no good. There for the rebound and the putback by Jennings across the left side. Allie Jennings puts her name into the scorebook for the first time this season. It's an 8-point North Hardin lead. Outside to Johnson. 32-24. Grayson County trails North Hardin. Inside Loggins, floater up, no good. Rebounded by Jennings underneath. Jennings over to Riggs. Riggs looking to push for the Lady Cougars. Riggs, an outlet pass to Perkins, near side. Perkins bodies up her defender to Riggs. 3, right side, no good off to the left. The rebound underneath by Johnson for the Trojans. Johnson to Isom. Isom, an outlet pass to Shearer. Shearer inside to Scott, too much on it. It'll be Grayson County basketball. 4:56 to play here in tonight's game. It is 32-24. North Hardin leads. Sutton Van Meter comes out. Riley Renfro checks in for Grayson County. On the floor for Grayson County, you've got Riggs, Perkins, Jennings, Renfro, Cave. Renfro and Jennings both have 4 fouls. Something to keep an eye on. Either team is close to shooting the bonus in this. Renfro, jump pass over to Cave. Thought about the 3 on the far side. She's fouled by Lee. Lee, that'll be her 4th. Foul trouble for North Hardin. Lee, that's her 4th. Peyton Isom has 3. That's really the only foul trouble for the Trojans. As we mentioned, Lady Cougars have 2 players with 4 fouls in Jennings and Renfro. Riggs at the free throw line, picks up her dribble and has it thrown away and taken away by Johnson. Johnson, fast break down the right side. The layup is good by Johnson. A timeout on the floor is taken by Whitney Hooper. We will take it with her. It is 34-24, North Hardin with the lead. This is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Grayson County trails this one 34-24, 4:32 to play here in tonight's game. As this is a full timeout taken by Whitney Hooper, and this is a big moment here for Grayson County. I know we talked a lot about it. I think at Meet the Cougar night, we've talked with him for Coach Johnston in the little bit we've talked to him this season, but in a lot of ways, this season is not going to be, not that, and again, I think this was his exact wording, is he doesn't want it to come off as that he doesn't want to win. Because obviously he wants to win more than anything. But this season is going to be built more on improvement. How do they improve? How do they react to moments like this? And this is a big moment for them. North Hardin, probably a little better than them, but it's not like they're light years better like Breck County was. How you respond when you're down by 10 points is going to be huge in these last 4.5 minutes. Even if you don't win, as Reagan Cave is trapped in the backcourt and a foul is going to be called on North Hardin. And if that's on Lee, that is 5. It is on Lee. Gianna Lee will foul out of this game with 5 points, or with 5 fouls, and that's 2 fouls called. Destiny Scott will come into the game. And Riggs will pass in. They give it into Jennings. Jennings is quickly double-teamed in the backcourt, and she needs to find help, and a timeout is going to be taken by Todd Johnston. And they're wanting to see what they want. He's got a 30-second timeout, is what Todd Johnson says. I think he said if he's got a 30, that's what he wants. He just wants a quick timeout here. But like I was saying, is that you're going to be almost judging this season on moments and how they play in certain moments, because you look, and I mean, we talk about this all the time too, is Grayson County in the regular season this year is going to play, I don't know, what, 28 games, give or take. They could go 0-28, but that first round district game against whomever it might be, you win that, then you're playing in the region tournament. And in a lot of ways, I think that is the goal for this team, is that you want to try and make that region tournament. And if you can make the region tournament, this season was a success. And if you got better from where you were against Breckenridge County to where you were, and they throw it away on the inbounds pass, and stealing it and laying it in off the left side was Destiny Scott. That makes it a 12-point game. Riggs into Renfro. Renfro up the near side is bumped and fouled by Isom. And an offensive. Riley Renfro fouls out of this game. She did not score tonight. He didn't call a foul. He did not call a foul. Correction. I thought he called a foul. I thought he called it an offensive foul, but no, he said that Renfro stepped out of bounds. I could have sworn that he called it a foul. I thought he made the push as if it was a charge, but no, it was out of bounds. So Renfro is not fouled out of this game. She only has 4 fouls. Peyton Isom inside to Jerica Johnson. Off to the right wing, Loggins. Loggins inside to Isom. Isom on the right block, spins around, and the shot is good. Peyton Isom was held quiet for the majority of this game. She's now got 5 points in these last few minutes. The ball is nearly taken away by North Hardin. 38-24, North Hardin with a lead. 3:58 to play here in the fourth quarter. Into Jennings. She's quickly swarmed, stolen away, thrown in. Loggins off the left side. The basket is good. Kiara Loggins gets the basket, and this game has expanded here to a 40-24 lead. Allie Jennings double team, gives it back to Riggs. Riggs in the backcourt needs to find help, and it's knocked out by Grayson County, they're going to say, and it's going to be North Hardin basketball. I'm not sure that's the right call. Marissa Riggs didn't like it, but it's a 16-point game. To Isom on the left wing. Isom's going to spread it out here for round 1 look. Got to run the offense. To the left side, Shear. Back here to the near side, Isom. Step back, left wing 3 is no good. Cave with a rebound for Grayson County. Cave gives it to Riggs. Riggs looking to break the timeline. She's got to get it. Does it to Van Meter. Van Meter out front to Jennings. Jennings to Riggs on the right wing. Riggs picks it up. Back over to the left side to Perkins. Perkins picks it off to Van Meter. Into Riggs in the corner. Riggs falls down with a basketball, and a jump ball is going to send possession towards the Trojans. 40-24. Three minutes to play here in this evening's contest. Lady Cougars trying to fight back in this game. Ella Shearer, interior pass to Scott. Scott outside to Loggins. Loggins walks with it at the top of the key. She did a jab step, and the jab step took an extra step. And it is going to be an easy call to give the ball back to Grayson County. 40-24, 2:49 to play. In and nearly throwing it right back to Riggs when she was out of bounds. Double teamed underneath. They throw it away. Grayson County gives it back. A three on the right wing by Isom is no good. Rebounded by Van Meter. Van Meter gets the basketball. Spins it around, and Grayson County's had no answer for the full court press at all. They got to hurry it up, and they throw it away, and possession's going to stay with Grayson County. I mean, Lady Cougars just can't break the full court press. Riggs. Grayson County's got to break the timeline. Riggs gets it across, falling down with it. They throw it, and it's a jump ball, and this time possession is going to go towards Grayson County. We're going to have a substitution into the game. Kennedy Green comes in for the Lady Cougars. And taking a seat will be Reagan Cave. You'll have Jennings, Van Meter, Green, Riggs, Perkins on the floor. Van Meter breaks the timeline across the near side. To the right block, tried to get it inside to Green, but it's taken away by Johnson. Johnson, an outlet pass down to Loggins. Wide open on the right block. Loggins lays it in. Loggins has 6 points in the quarter. And North Hardin has blown this one open to a 42-24 lead here in the fourth quarter. Riggs falls down with the ball, and that's a jump ball. And we got a little bit of extracurriculars, and a technical foul is going to be called on North Hardin after the play. I believe it's going to be called on Loggins. We have a jump ball and a technical foul. We'll try to see what this call is. So I believe they've called a technical foul on Kiara Loggins. And Sydney Perkins will go to the free throw line. I believe it's a technical foul and a jump ball, I think is what they called. And after the jump ball was called, a technical was called. Free throw is no good by Perkins. Full substitutions into the game for Grayson County. You've got Lixie Logston making her first career appearance. Lucy Torrance making her first career appearance. And also joining them on the floor is Blankton and Narvaez. Second free throw by Perkins is good. And Carla Childress will come into the game. And I think this is Todd Johnston looking and saying, hey, in less than 24 hours, we're having to play another game against another very athletic team. I need to give my team a breather. Carla Childress off into the right side. It's stolen away by Isom. Isom fast break down the left lane. The shot is up and good for Peyton Isom. Blanton tipped, and it is going to be Grayson County basketball. So it was tipped out of bounds by Missouri Allen. You have full substitutions coming in here for North Hardin as well, as you will have Nevaeh Raphael into the game. And also in was one more player that came in. Try to see if we can't bring that for you as we find out. And they throw it away, and possession is going to go back towards North Hardin. 44-25. North Hardin leads this one, 1:34 to play in the fourth quarter. Atkinson to pass in for the Trojans. I'm a little surprised Whitney Hooper's keeping Peyton Isom out on the floor. Isom drives down, gets around the defender. The shot at the rim is good for Peyton Isom. She was held scoreless for the first 3.5 quarters. She's got 9 points in the last 4 minutes. As it's Torrance with the basketball out front to Narvaez. To Childress on the right wing for Grayson County. Childress drives inside the free throw line, loses her dribble, gains it back. Down the right side, the shot is blocked by Isom. It is going to stay Grayson County basketball underneath. 1:05 to go here in tonight's game. Lady Cougars will host John Hardin tomorrow night, 6:30 Central Time. We're going to hear it right here on K105 and also on K105 Digital Productions. Torrance with the basketball. She's double-teamed underneath. Torrance finds help. Logston to Blanton. Blanton inside the free throw line, throws the shot up, and Isabel Blanton is fouled. That foul is called on Allen, her first. And team's 6th, I believe. Well, the scoreboard says 7. My count has it at 6. My count is never right. Isabel Blanton to the line. She will shoot 2. Her first one is up and good. Last season, Isabel Blanton was 2 of 5 from the free throw line. The wide open stance, lets the second one fly, gets the shooter's roll, does Isabel Blanton. She's got 4 points in the game, 46-27. To the left wing, Isom. Inside, going up with a shot is Allen off the left side. 48-27. North Hardin with the lead. Blanton has it stolen away by Allen off the right side. That'll be an offensive foul. Ooh, a block is called. Allen went right over top of Isabel Blanton. And for Blanton, that'll be her first. And the team's 6th, I believe. Maybe. I had it as the 5th. Scoreboard has it as a 6th. He's got 5, does Todd Cave. That's what I had as well, but I don't ever trust my clock, my count. We're going to say it's the 5th. Not that we get to make the rules, but free throw by Allen is good by North Hardin. Allen did not play last season. Torrance will come out. Into the game for Grayson County as well, you have Brooklyn Dennis. Second free throw is up, no good by Allen, and she tries to run down the rebound, and she is going to have a jump ball. And Whitney Hooper's telling Allen to cool it, like you don't need to keep going after the basketball. And it's going to stay North Hardin ball because she ended up getting a jump ball. So the Trojans are going to have the basketball. Interior pass, it's bouncing around and out of bounds off of Grayson County. The near side, Raphael. Outside to Isom. Isom to Atkinson. 33 seconds to play. North Hardin will just have to dribble this clock out. Raphael drives down the left lane, goes up with a shot. It is no good. Rebounded underneath by Dennis for Grayson County. To Childress. Childress up the near side, weaves back through the middle to Logston on the left wing. Logston with the right hand to Childress. 13 seconds and counting to play here in the game. North Hardin is going to win this one. Blanton inside the free throw line. The shot is up, no good. Rebound long by Allen. She throws it into the middle to Scott, and that should do it. North Hardin wins this one tonight by a final score of 49-27. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Future Designs, your complete home building and remodeling center.
Future Designs has everything you need from design to delivery and everything in between.
From traditional home and building construction materials to the metal roof and siding division, you'll find it at Future Designs.
Quarter paint is also available at Future Designs.
Start at the foundation of any project and work your way up with Futures.
You'll find the product, service, and advice needed for a strong structure.
There's a reason they call it the builder's choice.
Find out why at Future Designs on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 49-27 against North Hardin. Coming up, we'll jump into the fifth quarter show. We'll run down the scoring from this game, the scores from around the region, and more, as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSIkids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSIkids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Future Designs, your complete home building and remodeling center.
Future Designs has everything you need from design to delivery and everything in between.
From traditional home and building construction materials to the metal roof and siding division, you'll find it at Future Designs.
Quarter paint is also available at Future Designs.
Start at the foundation of any project and work your way up with Futures.
You'll find the product, service, and advice needed for a strong structure.
There's a reason they call it the builder's choice.
Find out why at Future Designs on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
Welcome back here to North Hardin High School, where the Lady Trojans are winners tonight by a final score of 49-27. As Lady Cougars, I mean, you had some good things tonight. You had some things that you definitely got to work on. I'll be very interested to see how Coach Johnston takes this, because I think you did see some moments, and especially through the first three quarters, I thought the defense was very good. North Hardin started making some shots down there in that fourth quarter, and that was able to expand that lead. But, I mean, if you look at this and you say, oh, it was a 22-point game, you think, oh, North Hardin won by 22. But really it was a lot closer than that. Grayson County kept this game close until really about the, 4 or 5 minute mark of that fourth quarter, and then it quickly expanded, and you could say that the rest is history. Grayson County, though, with this loss falls to 0-2 on the season. Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we'll get a chance, hopefully, to talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, head coach Todd Johnston. We will run down the scoring from this game and some scores from around the region, as that comes up and more right here on K105.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI Kids.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to North Hardin High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars fall tonight by a final score of 49-27. I'm joined now by the head coach of the Lady Cougars, head coach Todd Johnston. And Coach, I thought you, very similar to the Breckenridge County game, you saw some good things tonight. And I thought for the first three quarters defensively, I thought you all looked pretty good.
I was really pleased with our defense, and we played man most of the time and wasn't sure if we'd be able to handle that because of their athleticism, their quickness, and but we did. And, they stayed in their gaps. We did a good job on penetration for the first three quarters, I thought. And then, of course, turnovers led to all their transition buckets, and then we kind of got demoralized, and it just snowballed from there. But I told the girls it was better. Now we got a long way to go, and we've got to find a solution at handling the ball from, honestly, we don't have a true point guard on the team right now that you could just give it to and say go. So we have got to learn to pass, make correct bounce passes, pass fake, hit your gaps, penetrate, split when you can, but we can't dribble through people. And too many times that our youth really showed, obviously, and it's inexperience. And I'm hoping we'll get better with that as the year progresses, because, we had 18 turnovers at the half. I don't know what we ended up with. I didn't look at our stats yet, but, it's well in the 30s. Had to be, because we turned it over probably 10 times there in the fourth. But defense was definitely a plus. We even we tried to put a little pressure on them some, and because they don't handle it terrific by any means. And I thought it looked okay. But, we didn't play a single possession of zone, didn't play any junk, which we did a little bit against Breck. And I hope that we can play man like that. And, when you can play man and stop people, you can rebound better. And I thought we rebounded okay, but, still the scoring and the turnovers, you got to find a way to fix that.
I thought the other thing that stood out that I thought you all did pretty well was rebounding. You rebounded the ball pretty well tonight. I know Allie Jennings was like a vacuum in there at times. There was one more player that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that was doing a really good job rebounding the basketball. I know Briley got some big rebounds, and now that I'm looking, I'm not going to remember who it was. But
absolutely,
rebounding I thought was well good.
Yeah, and Briley's 5'1", she says. I'm not sure she is.
With heels on, maybe?
Yeah, it's one of those things that rebounding is an attitude. It's something that, it doesn't matter if you're 6'3" and you stand around. I think Dennis Rodman proved that in the NBA, being 6'8", 6'7", 6'8", Charles Barkley. You just have to want the ball. You have to go get it. Briley does a really good job at that. Allie, to be 5'6", post player that weighs 115, 20 pounds, and she says again that she's 5'7", but we'll see. And, they fight and they battle. The last 4 minutes of the game was Reagan Cave's best 4 minutes of the young season, because she fought. She got 2 or 3 rebounds. She was stronger. We got to get that out of her for 30 minutes, 32 minutes plus. And, and all of that is fine. All that is great. Because if you don't rebound, you got to finish possessions defensively. But, boy, do we have some issues offensively.
Another, it was 2 plays that happened in about 20 seconds from one player that stood out in the first half, and it was by Sutton Van Meter. Peyton Isom was rated as the 9th best player in the 5th region, a really good guard as a sophomore. She's quick, she's athletic, and Sutton in about a 20-second period took not one, but 2 charges back-to-back. That was huge in that first half, and I think as a coach, that's got to make you feel good from any player, but let alone a freshman who has very little experience.
Yeah, and she earned more playing time. I mean, she got to
play very well.
She played well. She held her own. She's learning to change speeds. And I said we don't have a true point guard. She might be the closest thing we have, but she's learning, and she's a freshman. And to put that much weight on her against a player that talented, and I tell you, I don't know if it's Isom, whatever her last name is, didn't hurt us till the fourth quarter when they got
She did not score till the 5-minute 50 mark in the fourth quarter.
And then things got going, and she scored several quickly, but was a non-factor until then. And when in our game plan, I told Sutton she was going to guard her when she was in. Did a fantastic job on her, and and that's what I want all the other young players to realize. There's plenty of playing time out there, plenty of playing time, and she earned a bunch. Boy, did she get beat up, and she's going to be really sore. And I hope she's able to go tomorrow. But she took a couple of charges in the JV game, couple for us, diving for loose balls, and when we're not overly talented, if you don't have people to do that and willing to put their body on the line and dive and get charges and get loose balls and fight people 6-7 inches taller than you for rebounds, then instead of getting beat by 20 and scoring 25, 26 points, it's going to be a lot worse than that.
Final question for you. Tomorrow, you got a very quick turnaround. Less than 24 hours against another really athletic 17th district team who last year it was ugly when this Grayson County team played. I'm not sure what you know about John Hardin or if you've watched that game from last year. They've got great athletes. Is it good to have a game like this 24 hours later to forget about this one, or do you almost wish that
No, I'm really mad
hours?
at Ted Hill. He made this schedule, and it's horrendous for a team this young, and I'm just kidding. Ted's a great guy. But anyway,
I'll send him a text later.
Somebody needs to wear him out about this, because playing the caliber of teams we've played with a young guard, and again, Arissa's trying to move her to the point. She's never played that before, and it's putting her in a really tough spot because it's taking her out of what she can do, which is score a lot, because she's having to worry about trying to beat everybody's pressure, and she's not as effective for us running the point. So that's something we got to look at and maybe tweak a little bit and see what we can do to help her out and get some more points out of her. But it could help us, honestly, and I know I made a joke about it, but it could help us. John Hardin's not any more athletic than they are. They're probably bigger. The Tidwell girl's a horse inside and really athletic.
They got a guard too who's really good. I know. I remember that.
They had two other guards that had 16 and 18 or 16 and 14 last year, and number 4 and then number 12, Clay, the point guard's really fast and quick. So, we've got to handle it, and nobody's going to do anything different until we figure it out. And maybe it's personnel, maybe it's scheme, could be a combination of both. So we've got very little time to try to figure out something for tomorrow and see if we can space the floor better. Take some pressure off Arissa and get some help.
Coach, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Todd Johnston. We'll have more here coming up after this.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the fifth quarter show on K105. We'll run down some scores from around the region, and here's a big one that comes in. Final score in girls basketball, Breck County defeats Mercy 55-53. That's a big win for the Lady Tigers, and I mean, I told you, I think Breck County might be the best team in the region, and they showed off that there, beating Mercy tonight by a final score of 55-53. Webster County beats Apollo 62-53 at the half. In boys basketball, Callaway County 58-37 against Whitesville Trinity. Butler County girls have their lead against against Logan County has shrunk to 42-36 in the closing minutes of that game. In boys basketball, Breck County falls to Bullitt East 67-47, and in boys basketball, Owensboro defeats Evansville Christian by a final score of 93-77. Lady Cougars fall tonight. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 49-27. Running down the scoring very quick. Desiree Bryant led the scoring for North Hardin with 10 points, 9 points for Peyton Isom, 6 points apiece for Kiara Loggins and Destiny Scott, 5 points for Carly Atkinson, 4 points apiece for Ella Shearer and Jerica Johnson, 3 points for Missouri Allen, and 2 points for Gianna Lee. For Grayson County, they were led by scoring by Sydney Perkins, 13 points. Arissa Riggs had 8, 4 for Isabel Blanton, and 2 for Allie Jennings. We'll be back on the mic tomorrow as the Lady Cougars will host John Hardin. 6:30 will be the official start time of that game, so our coverage will begin at about 6:10. No matter where you're watching it, where you're listening, you'll be able to hear this. In fact, I just see one score that comes in and it catches my eye. In boys basketball, Greenwood upsets North Laurel 88-76. And if you might know, who does Greenwood play next Saturday? That'd be the Grayson County Cougars. So an early test for the Cougar boys, taking on a team who, North Laurel's best player, Reed Shepard, who just committed to Kentucky. So again, off topic. Lady Cougars play tomorrow night at 6:30. We'll be there for the coverage on that. K105 Digital Productions. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew. Cody Brock, Chase Blaine. So for them, on a night where the Lady Cougars fall by a final score of 49-27, Sam Gormley saying, so long.